I'm Al McGee with YETicket.com. Hey, I want to talk about this film that I've been anticipating since the beginning of the year, of this year, 2023. And this is Killers of the Flower Moon. This is directed by Martin Scorsese. And this is based on Killers of the Flower Moon, written by David Grann. And he wrote that in 2017. And it's a very, very good movie. Now, this movie is 3.5 hours long. And, for years, Scorsese, he always fought with the studio execs telling him what to cut and things like that and how long to keep it. And this one, they did not. It seems like it anyway. Now, Scorsese, he co-wrote the screenplay with Eric Roth. And if you're familiar with Eric Roth, he's a very, very good writer himself. And it kind of follows the book. But primarily, he turned this into a love story. And then after that, well, the investigation. I really enjoyed the way he did this film. And also, this film talks about how they tried to eliminate the Native Americans in the early 1920s, especially there in Oklahoma. But how did the Native Americans, get to Oklahoma? The government forced them to get there. They made them walk there, and they died along the way and things like that. They tell a brief story of that at the beginning of this film. They really do. But then they get to Oklahoma, no buffalo, hardly any water, anything like that. Man, I tell you, they had it bad. But one day, oil gushed out of Mother Earth. And then all of a sudden, the Osage clan or tribe or people, they became the richest people on planet Earth at that time. In the late 1800s and in the early 1920s in Oklahoma. But you know what happens? White Americans decided to go there themselves to get some of that money, to get some of that oil. And then they start killing them. And there's a quote in this film that really disturbed me, was that a lawman said, well, you get a better chance of convicting a guy for kicking a dog than killing an Indian. And at that time they did. And it's almost like that today, because there's many young Native American women disappearing, and government's not really checking it out and not doing that much about it. Well, let's talk about some of the main characters. First of all, let's talk about Ernest Burkhart, played by the great Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a half-witted guy. He's not that smart. He's a veteran from World War I. And, in the film, he said, hey, I love money, but I'm lazy. I really don't want to do a whole lot to get it. But, he finally gets to his uncle, William King Hale, played by Robert De Niro. William King Hale, played by Robert De Niro. To me, he's more like a Trump type of guy. He gives to the town, build buildings, and he gets people to love him by buying everything he can. And he also instructs his nephew, Ernest, on what to do to get rich, how to get rich, and also what woman to marry. And of course, we get to meet Molly, played by Lily Gladstone. Well, for some reason, she falls in love with Ernest, and they get married. And she gets blinded by, the people doing the wrong in this film. Many of those Native Americans get blinded by what's going on. And this is what I didn't understand about their people, the Osage, marrying white people. Not rich white people, not educated white people, some of the dumbest, laziest white people you can see in this film. And all of a sudden, they start dying out. and they couldn't figure that out. But as one tribe member said, back in the day, we would have killed them, but we can't do nothing about it today. So we need help to figure out who's killing us. They knew who was killing them, but the law around that in that area in Oklahoma, well, a lot of it was controlled by William King Hale, and also the sheriffs and everybody there lazy, and they was trying to get their money also. And then, the bodies started building up, and Molly, well, she loses friends and family to everything: bomb, bullets, poison. Man, I tell you, they start having horrible, horrible death. And again, no one was doing anything about it. Now, I consider this the second half of the film. Well, guess who steps in to help them? The new Bureau of Investigation. Remember, this is 1920s. They're new themselves, the FBI. And we got Jesse Plemons. He plays Tom White. And he starts to do the right thing. Really the right thing. And talks about J. Edgar Hoover. And another thing I like about this film, too, not only did it draw on the Osage murders, but it also showed how, at that same time, what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. In fact, they show the old newsreel in the film about it twice. And that's the most I've ever seen anyone show something about Tulsa, Oklahoma in a film. I tell you, Scorsese is brilliant. That's what I got to say about that. Now, this film is one of the best films of the year for me, one of them, because there's some other films I saw earlier were very good also. They got four palm trees for me. But not only that, the acting, the three main actors in this film. Oh, man. Did they act or did they act? Yes, they did. Leonardo DiCaprio. He had to come from a different edge of acting in this film. He had to do different things I haven't seen him do. Of course, Robert De Niro, he's very good in this. But the scenes between DiCaprio and De Niro was magical for me. When they talked, when De Niro looked at him, and when the king gave his nephew instructions and things like that, man. And then the scenes with Lily Gladstone, oh man, you get suppressed into her, and you start feeling sorry, for her. Not only just her, many other people too. Also in this film too is John Lithgow, Brendan Fraser, and you will get to see a very good film. You got to see it. Yes, it's 3.5 hours long, but for me, it flew by. It just flew by. Well, I'm going to rate this film with 4 palm trees out of 4. However you want to say it, 10 stars out of 10, 5 out of 5, but 4 palm trees. I do palm trees because I'm in South Florida, and it's sunny right here, right now. Oh, the weather's beautiful. But anyway, 4 palm. Please go see this film on the big screen. Yeah, this is produced by Apple Plus, but go see it on the big screen if you need to, if you want to. But you have to. You really got to see the scope of this film on the big screen. Don't wait till it comes to your television. Yeah, you got an 85-incher and things like that. But by the time you wait to see it, the Academy Awards might be, if they have them, with the strike going on, things like that. 4 palm trees. Thanks for watching me, Al McGee, here at Your Entertainment Ticket, www.yeticket.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Facebook, and things like that.
This is your entertainment ticket, latest and greatest.